every day, guys, I write in my journal. It's part of my morning routine. It's something that sets me straight. It's something that keeps me aligned. It's something very positive. The entry today is about a time where I was the creator of my reality, purely and simply manifested without any of the weird fluff, bluff, bullshit, just simply scientifically aligned my thoughts with my actions, manifested. So this was the story. At the time I was living in Mexico, I was trying to escape the COVID restrictions back home. I'm not vaccinated, never wanted to be. And in Canada, we had a choice. You couldn't use a plane at some point if you weren't vaccinated. So I had 2 weeks basically to decide if I was staying or leaving. So I left for Mexico. It was a dark time, it was around the holidays. I was alone. I was in Mexico, but I wasn't on vacation, right? I was kind of like trying to stay safe in a way. Like that's how it felt back then. Away from my family. I rented a small house in the desert. I thought it'd be cool, and it was, but it also got a little lonely. So during those times, I was drinking a lot. I was worrying. The market wasn't good. I had some money invested. I was seeing everything crash. Like it was just dark clouds, bad thoughts. And I dwelled in this for probably a month until I got tired and decided to completely just switch how I was talking to myself and the thoughts that I was entertaining. So the bad thoughts came, but I would just immediately, in a disciplined manner, with discipline, I would toss them away. And I started watching my self-talk. My self-talk became very light, generous, loving. I was paying attention to the positive things in my life and only focusing on those things and letting feelings and emotions come up from those thoughts and living from those feelings. Like if I went to the grocery store, I was thinking about something positive in my life, and I would think of what feelings that bring up, like how did I feel at that particular time, and I was walking around with that feeling, talking to people with that feeling, doing the chores at the grocery store with that feeling in mind. So I think that's what really internally aligned me with just a more positive reality, because I knew that it was out there because I lived it and I had the proof in my mind. So overnight, I could say I was a guy making 10K online a month, okay? This is what I wanted and pictured. It's like, what do I want in my reality? You know, I want to make money online. I wasn't making a lot of money online back then. I want it to be consistent, not once in a while. I want it to be 10K a month. And I want to, instead of being in Mexico, counting my money, trying to survive, not knowing how long I'm here, blah, 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 COVID, I wanted to just make good money, spend it in Mexico, have fun, not worry. So I was aligning myself with that. And overnight, I was making money online with a marketing agency, but it was very inconsistent. And overnight, I was disciplined. I reached out to people consistently, posted consistently, just stayed consistent. And I had a goal and I wrote it down and everything, and it started happening. So I was aligning my thoughts with a reality that I could see being very beneficial and abundant, and I was aligning my actions. You could just say I was thinking positively and just being consistent and disciplined. Sure, that's the gist of it. And I'm kind of reading a little bit from my entry as well. 2 weeks into this reality, I started manifesting things like meeting really interesting people that you know gave me almost like the questions to start asking myself, or just pushing me on these, like tweaking my direction just a little bit, you know, where I wanted to go and where I was going to keep growing, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So to keep growing, sometimes there's questions you need to start asking yourself that you just don't know. So all these people that were coming into my life and the money that was coming into my life, I was looking back and man, 2 months ago, I was super depressed, suicidal, being so bummed out. And now I'm living my dream life. And at the time, I wasn't like, wow, I manifested, la, la, la. I was just like stoked that it happened. And I was going to keep on this positive train and keep the consistency. And eventually, you know, shit happened in my life and it changed. And I stepped out of it and I lost it and succumbed back. But now it's really interesting to look back and see and remember, because now I'm trying to manifest some things in my life right now. So I'm trying to think, how did I make that happen, right? I'm trying to remember, and I'm trying to go from there, bring it here, and go. So These are the conclusions I wrote from my entry, and I will leave you with this. Step 1, become immersed in the now. This allows higher consciousness to be obvious to you and gives you the awareness to detach from thought identity. So detaching from the thinking that your identity, you are the thoughts. Step 2, now that you have detachment and separation from thoughts, you realize your true identity is that same awareness. It's the observation that you are not your thoughts. That's really you. With that same awareness, choose thoughts that trigger a strong positive response by using current physical objects or situations, right? Which is what I was saying before, which is what I'm doing now. I'm using my past stories to realize how good and easy I manifested to apply that same method today. Focus strongly on those feelings. When these feelings arise, from choosing a thought that triggers an emotional response, focus on that feeling. And 3 is operate from that feeling in your life right now while taking action towards the reality that you want. I will leave you with this. Have a good day. Have a good end of weekend.